Hey, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Listen closely. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And then you can listen to me, Brandy Joy, with a voice to be reckoned with. Hi, everybody. You're here with Brandy Joy, voice to be reckoned with. Today we are talking about, yes, we are back on and haven't stopped with our bullying project. Stopping the pain, okay? No more bullying. Please don't go too far. Thanks. While every shelter pet is unique, some love a good game of fetch and others would rather snuggle on the couch together. However, there's one thing that they all have in common. They're all pure love. Right now, millions of pets across shelters and rescues across the country are waiting to be adopted. Did you know that only 44% of dogs and 47% of cats in American homes come from animal shelters and rescue groups? The unique qualities of each and every shelter pet add up to an incredible bond between every shelter pet and parent. I love pets, and I think they're just so giving and loving, and they just show you the best, of what love is. And this is all from an little animal. They come in all sizes, big, small, furry, not furry. But like I said, love. If you're thinking about getting a pet this holiday season, make sure to visit the shelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, Maddie's Fund, and the Humane Society of the United States. Please consider these animals need love and they need you, and you need them. Thank you. And a voice to be reckoned with. We support the animals and their safety and their love. Hey, how are you guys doing? I'm Brandy Joy, voice to be reckoned with. We are definitely going hard for our bullying campaign. Stop the pain. No more bullying. I don't know if I spoke on this before, because I talk about, I think I have, but I'm going to go into more depths of it today. Guys, with this bullying and just like how far it has come as far as the levels of how our youth is dealing with it. Everybody has their own opinions. Great. Opinions are just what they are. Opinions. The situation is what it is. It is what it is. The reality of it is what it is. And your opinion is not even going to really matter for the simple fact that if it's not making no change or no difference or helping, then it's just your opinion. See, I'm looking for change. I'm looking for health. I'm looking for growth. Looking for solutions. And people might say, you can't stop this. This is yada, 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 yada. Well, I can tell you one thing we can stop. We can stop listening to your negative, your negative talk that don't get anybody anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got to claim greatness. You got to claim positivity. You know what I mean? And if you go about everything negatively, your circumstances and everything you pretty much do has a negative impact to others or yourself. Definitely like yourself. So I just want to throw that out there. Stop raining, on people wanting to help change. Because see, no matter what we do, I see in this world, is if we don't do something, somebody got something to say. If we do something, somebody got something to still say negative. So hey, the conclusion is take several seats. I told you I bring extra seats with me for times like this. Okay, sit down and let's start making change and helping our youth. I definitely want to iterate into my program and my foundation a safe place also, for the bully. Stopping the pain, no more bullying. Well, for there to be no more bullying, there can be no more bully. And that doesn't mean the bully's out here, by gone. Not alive anymore, or put away, sent away. No, it means that that those ugly behaviors that raved on everyone are now gone. And in place of it is a leader, a healer. Someone who just growth. So no one hates the bully or leaves the bully out. That's not how it works. You need to definitely just as important. Because see, with a bully, especially if they're young and youth, they know not what they do sometimes. We say kids are old enough to know right and wrong. Yeah, to an extent of like their experience, maturity level. You can be very intelligent and all that great stuff at young. But if you haven't reached a certain level, there's levels I think we go through. Even if you're put around grown people all the time, there's this natural inside of you that just gets stuff. It becomes different for you and the way you view it if you just let it happen naturally, And I just feel like that when it comes to bullying, and let's just say that there was a fatality, and it was on the behalf of the victim, we say, the one that was being bullied, because they were scared and they reacted, and ended up fatally, hurting the bully. That affects the bully, it's crazy. But those things have happened. And or say for instance, the let's say that the bully finds out later on down the road, or not even that much later, that they could have possibly, or most likely they did, have a lot to do with another peer student, or young person taking their lives because of the torture and hell they put them through. That could mess that kid up even more and just send them on a rampage of destruction and drugs and all kinds of crazy stuff, or even possibly wanting to hurt themselves because they're in a place now where they can't, but they never meant. And that's what I'm saying. Kids don't know really like how far. They don't think ahead, But see, the thing is, you got to know better to do better. That's my son. If you knew better, you do better. Because if that is the case, though, then what is the point of you constantly harassing somebody, putting them down, putting your hands on them? What is that about? Where does it come from? What sensory where that feels good, mentally, you're for it, I don't know. But it stems from places because people tend to hurt others when they hurt, But it says a lot about the home. If you're not seeing no growth, it's like, what are you not putting in place? You know what I mean? Because you're sending a kid out here that don't give two shits about anything or anybody. I think they can do and talk to anybody the way they want, and you're doing them a disservice. You're not helping. and they're not growing or learning. Some can say, well, the bully child that almost committed or did commit, suicide, but then, well, their parents or this person must be weak and they don't blah, 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 blah. Everything's not just black and white. It's just not. And I don't really think that's the case. But I know there have been cases of when you do have a child that's been bullied and you really don't teach them how to love themselves and how to empower themselves. And that's what, Stopping the Pain, No More Bullying is about. Giving our bullied, our victims, or the bullied ones, giving them their voice, their power to say, hey, I don't have to take this. When those teachers and those, or the administrators, whomever, the officers, ignoring you when you're coming to them as they tell us to do, right, kids? And you're ignoring them. You better keep using that voice. What are they going to do? Put you out, suspend you because you kept telling them that you was being harassed, assaulted and all this. And you're just supposed to be cool. Nope. Work it out. Work them. Just keep talking about it until you wear them down. You go home, you let your parents know. But while you are at that school, and as soon as you feel, or wherever it is you are residing at, where there's other kids and stuff, and structure. But you need to make it an issue right then and there. It's basically red alarm, red alert. Let's get to somebody, because somebody about to hear this. You don't deserve, kids, listen very closely, you don't deserve to be treated in the fashion that you're being treated. And it's never okay. And if someone tells you that it's okay and this is normal, then go ahead and second guess it and say, you're listening to me, and I said, go get him. You go let somebody know. Because people, if they don't think you're going to say nothing, they'll rock it out and they'll roll with it. But if they know the voice that they are reckoning with, because you're not only standing up for yourself, you're standing up for others that are not saying anything. Like for me, I hope, that as a mother that have reached other mothers, I know there's a few, ladies that I've met through the podcasting and that have some horrific, tales of what their kids endure. And this is all over the nation, dude. It's not here where I'm at in San Diego. It's like all of it is like on the same levels, the same similar, situations. It's not one more over than that or this way. It's just humanity. It's just being human and living with that pursuit of happiness and all that stuff they talk about in the Declaration. Okay, people, you've got to know what you're working with. You've got to allow yourself to open up books and learn your rights and learn as citizens what we have as rights. I'll be damned, I'm tired of hearing the person say we ain't got no rights. We don't know that. Okay, just don't ever talk. Okay, just be quiet. For the simple fact, you're not helping. And now you're trying to push somebody away from having hope or even being able to try to help. Look at the great ones that got us to places that we probably wouldn't even been or gotten to. That stood up and stood out there and stood up for what was right. And I tell you, it's something else. It's so intense, you guys. It's a big order, and that's when we have to tap into our other people, other folks. Don't be nervous. If you need to approach somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, then I'm going to ask them for help. Could they do this and that? Don't go into it with that, because I'm telling you that somewhere, somebody, even if you get a lot of no's or just no response to it all, is going to change all of that. So, for sure. Oh, yes. And one more thing.